Hello there, welcome to the AirgunGear show. This is the FX Crown Yellow Jacket, and let me tell you, it's way more than a new colour to the stock. It's got big fat upgrades. In fact, it's got so many, it would make an Italian choke on his salami. Mamma mia! Watch on! FX have sent me this rifle to look at and test, and I've made this video because this rifle excites me like a 5-year-old tasting chocolate for the first time. I was going to say, like Michael Jackson, my original Crown was blue and I've battered it about for the last 12 months. It arrived sub 12 foot-pounds and it's been an arrow shooter, 25 cal 177, and now I've got it shooting supersonic stuff. But that's a completely different story. Then the Bumblebee arrives. Firstly, Stevie Wonder would be able to spot the obvious change here. It's all in that stock and it's a beauty. In the world of hunting though, I always believe camouflage is vital. So I set you a challenge. In the next clip, I've blended with my FX Crown. Can you spot me? I call this the Bumblebee, and you can clearly see why. Oh, hang on a minute. Excuse me, I need to take this. Hello, John. John, okay, I'll call it the Yellow Jacket. Yes, the Yellow Jacket. I'll call it the Yellow Jacket, okay. As I said, this is the Bumblebee, and it's gorgeous. If you want to stand out in the crowd, then this will achieve that. Manelli has coloured and lacquered the stock to the highest quality. Black on yellow has always worked. Or is it yellow on black? Next, the rifle has had a rail update. It's now a Picatinny rail on the top. About time too. In two parts, the first being 47mm long and the rear being 69mm long, and it works well. The pick rail on top has not been disturbed by the barrel screws. Those have been put on the side of the block, drilled at an angle. There are now 4 of them rather than 2. FX says this helps with the harmonics of the barrel and actually helps improve accuracy. It also makes the barrel really quick and easy to clean. You undo the 4 Allen screws, pop out the barrel and pull it through. Now the scope is not overly disturbed when you clean the barrel. With that stronger barrel system, that means in the future, and yes, FX tell me in the near future, a 700mm barrel is coming out. Great, get excited everyone. Talking of the barrel, this is 600mm of pure STX, that's Smooth Twist X. My blue Crown was 500mm. I thought this was the new 700mm when I opened the box, but nope, I got excited way too early, like Bill Clinton. This is the 600mm setup, and it's a big step up from my original. It still has that sliding shroud on the front end, and it extends that baffling inside. And yep, it does work. For those of you new to the airgun world, the Smooth Twist X system allows the barrel liner to be replaced, which means you can tailor the barrel for the ammunition you're using. I'll put a link below for a video that's been made by Matt Dubber, which tells you all about the Smooth Twist X system and the new slug liners that are coming out. If you buy barrel kits, you can also change the calibre. My yellow jacket arrived with a pick rail installed at the front under the bottle. However, it seems that some people don't wish to have their laminate stock pre-drilled on arrival, so FX won't be doing that as standard. But your dealer should be able to help you install that if you want one. Let me say, I like the pick rail being on the front out of the box, but then I don't make the guns, do I? The best rifles are mechanical when it comes to power. That's for the end user. The simplicity of turning a few dials to alter your hammer spring and transfer port can turn the monster power of this 30 caliber into a fart of a fly, very simply, which means it can be a target dropping rifle at 100 yards, and then seconds later, believe it or not, it can be backyard friendly in just a few turns of those dials. Don't believe me? Well, it's all down to that new amp regulator in the crown. It's more efficient and resilient to what you want to do, giving greater consistency, and now you can turn the reg up as well as down. FX advises quarter turn clockwise, dry fire, and quarter turn clockwise, and so on to reduce the power. Let me show you how all that power can be tamed. To save time, I'm removing the bottle, dry firing a few shots to remove air from the system. Look, all the gauges are empty. Then close up the regulator, and that's by turning it clockwise. Now don't go mad when tightening it up. Then put the bottle back on slowly, and ever so slowly turn the reg anti-clockwise to let the air out to just below 100 on the gauge. Turn the transfer port to low and turn the hammer spring down. And now you've got a 30 caliber rifle in sub 12 foot-pounds. Out to 25 yards, it's still a pellet on pellet machine with enough power for knocking stuff over. What's more, with the power turned right down, not only can you practice in your backyard, the shot count goes through the roof. From a 250 bar charge, 36 magazines of 13 shots each in 30 caliber at an average 335 feet per second, that's 468 shots. This is the only rifle, I believe, that can do this. I don't think FX intended this to be part of the rifle. I just discovered it during testing. Or you can just ignore that massive shot count in sub 12 foot-pound and just go for power, which is what the 30 cal is all about. I have opened the reg up and maxed the hammer spring. 905 feet per second was what I was getting. Great for a magazine and a half, but I wanted a few more shots than that before I needed to top back up. So with my best settings, I'm getting an average of 850 feet per second with around 35 shots. Out of the box, you get what I got, around 833 feet per second and around 48 shots between charge ups. So you can choose, it's between shot count and power. 50 yards, it's pellet on pellet. Come on! Then 75. Wait for that wind to die. It nails it. Yep, it will also be on the nose. And at 100, Now remember, I am shooting for groups and I'm using the bullseye as my point of aim. And if I was to sort of drop, if I can, a pellet just there, you can see just how tight that group is, and that's at 100 yards. I've got 4 under my thumbnail. Look at that. 1 just above, yeah, I'm not perfect. 4 under my thumbnail. What have I forgotten? Well, that trigger is match grade, fully adjustable. It's 120 centimeters long with that extending moderator and shroud all the way out. And it weighs just over 3 kilograms unscoped. And of course, you can always trick out the end with another moderator. Maybe you could stick a Donny on there or something like that. And my scope is an 8x32x50. It's a Hawk. I bought it myself from Braces of Bristol. And I do declare that the Yellow Jacket is, as it stands, the best looking rifle in my cabinet.
Hello there, my name is, well actually I can't really say my name for legal copyright reasons because of the movies. But I wish I had been called the Yellow Jacket because it's a far better name, and I also don't identify as a girl or a boy. Hello there. I also don't identify as a girl or a boy. I identify as a tree, and if you don't call me Willow, I'm going to sue you.
That's enough of that. The magazine has also not been forgotten either. The new clear open top loading side shot system has been introduced. So it's still 13 shots of 30 cal before you need to reload, but it's a smoother, more consistent magazine. And again, this helps accuracy. Something to also cover, which is actually more important than the looks, is the tunability of the rifle. Remove the stock and you can access the settings for the hammer spring even more. Mine arrived factory set to 150 bar on the reg, but that new amp reg will go higher and give, from what I can see, 0 creep. But it's all about taming the whole package. With the reg set higher, the hammer spring needs to hit harder to open the valve, but close quick enough not to waste air and cause turbulence behind the shot. So you will need to spend time tuning if you want to go higher. Now let's be clear, just whacking open the reg to give power sometimes will decrease power because you've not adjusted the hammer spring to correspond with the new power that you set your regulator to. Or you can just ignore all that and go with the factory settings and blast away.
I have spent quite a lot of time fettling with my crown. I have adjusted the hammer spring and I've opened the regulator a little bit more. But let's be quite clear, you don't need to bang that regulator open all the way to get the best out of this rifle. Slowly and gently is the way to go, and you'll find that the crown will reward you with a lovely set of shot string numbers.
On Airgun101.com in the near future, I will show you more detail on what a UK legal sub 12 foot-pound 30 cal can do. It'll also be on my vlog channel on YouTube. Details below. Please visit Airgun101.com. All the links to all the kit you see are on there, along with hundreds of videos from other creators like me. So that's the barrel, rail, magazine, regulator, and oh yeah, how could I forget the stock? Yep, I think that's actually nearly a whole new gun. So to conclude, it's more, way more than just a new stock. It's almost a whole new gun. And is there anything I don't like? Well, it would terrify me to try and put a sling stud in the back there. And if you're going to put a quality piece of glass on top, you've got to use high mounts to clear that magazine. But other than that, if it was my money, I'd have handed it over already. And I haven't been asked to say that. I've simply opened the box, fired it, and it's just worked. And all it does is put a dirty, great big grin all over my face every time I shoot it. And that is all you need to know.